Hello, Coach. So today I'm going to teach you what are the three types of market. Okay. So number one, local. Number two is OFW market, and number three is AZ or international market. So local market means these are the people who are working in Philippines or sila yung mga nagtatrabaho sa Pilipinas. Okay, second is OFW. So these are the people who are working overseas like domestics or skilled worker in other country. Okay? Then third is internationals. So these are the people who has different nationalities located from A to Z countries. When you say A to Z, it means that people living from the country started from letter A to Z. Okay? That is why we called it AZ market. Alright? So now, I will, naglagay ako dito ng mga certain questions para mas maintindihan mo kung yung topic na ibabagsak or di-discuss ko sa iyo. Okay, first questions. So, who can market AZ or internationals? Okay, any members can market internationals, but girls are most effective in this market because most of international workers are man or lalaki. So, ayun, sabi dito, kahit sino pwedeng mag-invite ng ibang lahi. But mostly, ang karamihan, mas epektibo dito sa market na to, yung mga babae or katulad natin. Kasi nga, yung mga ibang lahi na nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa, especially in Australia and New Zealand, sila ay puro lalaki. May mga babae naman na nag-work din sa ganong bansa or sa ibang overseas, pero konti lang yung numbers nila. Okay? That is why babae yung mas effective sa ganitong klase ng market. Okay? Kaya ikaw, kung gusto mo mag-market ng ibang lahi, so swak ka dito. Alright? Number 2 questions is, which nationalities you must invite? Okay? So, prospects are everywhere. Any nationalities can be your prospects. But we do suggest to market people from South Pacific, especially in Vanuatu, Solomon, and Papua New Guinea. So, because they are more quality prospects rather than people from Middle East or Asian country. What do I mean from this? Sabi dito, kahit saan ka magpunta, may mga client, mayroon kang prospect or may mga magiging clients ka. Okay? So, kahit anong lahi, pwede mong maging prospects. Pero ang sinasuggest namin or tinuturo namin na i-invite mo ay yung i-invite mo na ibang lahi ay yung mga ibang lahi na nakatira or from South Pacific country. So, when you say South Pacific country, nandyan yung Vanuatu Island, Solomon Island, Papua New Guinea Island. Okay? So, dyan nakatira yung mga taong mostly ng tao dyan sa bansa island na yan, sa South Pacific, ay nagtatrabaho overseas in Australia and in New Zealand. Okay? So, that is why tinawag namin sila na quality prospects. It's because they are capable to invest in the business right away. Yun nga, kasi nga nagwo-work sila sa ibang bansa or nagtatrabaho sila overseas. Katulad mo, na kung OFW ka. Okay? So, alright, so proceed to next topic. Okay, so another topic is, okay, to continue, why people from South Pacific are the quality people to market, to invite, okay? Because people from South Pacific has more numbers of people who are working in Australia and in New Zealand. Kasi ganito meron namang mga Pilipino na nagwo-work sa Australia, sa New Zealand, but kokonti sila. Okay? Sabi nga dito, people from South Pacific has the more numbers. Okay? And Australia and New Zealand is known as mayroong mataas na currency or palitan or rates. Okay? So that is why we treat them as a quality prospect to join in the business. Okay, because they are very capable to invest in our company. When you invite them to join the business, so they are capable. Okay? Next, they are very religious and open-minded. So, hindi sila katulad ng mga Pilipino na very close-minded sa ganitong klase ng business. So, yung mga tao sa South Pacific, sila yung mga tao na kapag nakwento mo lang na may ginagawa ka negosyo, they're very eager to ask you the question how to do it. Or in short, open-minded. Okay? So, willing silang makinig at interested sila sa ginagawa mo kapag sinabi mong nagnenegosyo ka. Okay, next is South Pacific is a country that is not yet well civilized. That's why people there are eager to learn business. So, they love to earn big. Ayun, pag sinabing not yet well civilized, so kumbaga sa Pilipinas, sila ay nasa taong 1990 pa lang. Okay, tapos tayo nasa 2025 na, sila ay nasa year 1995 pa lang. Or kumbaga, sila yung country na hindi pa nade-develop masyado. Their schools, their hospitalities, yung country nila hindi pa masyadong sibilisado. Okay? Hindi pa well-developed. And their educations, kaya ganun din. Kaya sila yung mga taong open-minded, eager matuto ng bago, especially sa pagnenegosyo. Kasi pag sinabi mong kikita sila ng malaki, so ayan, gustong-gusto nila yan. Okay? So another, they are attracted to pretty and charming ladies. So that is why kanina sinabi ko, girls are more effective in this market. So ikaw, malaki yung potential mo na makapagbuo ka ng grupo sa mga tao mula sa South Pacific. Okay? Then, kasi syempre ikaw ay babae, 'di ba? Babae, kaya kapag inad mo sila sa Facebook or in-approach mo sila, so hindi ka nila i-ignore. Kasi nga, lalo na kung ikaw yung palangiti or charming na babae, na, ayun, attracted sila sa ganun. Kaya, hindi ka nila i-ignore. Unlike sa, pag nag-invite ka ng mga Pilipino, 'di ba? So, huhusgahan ka muna nila bago ka nila i-accept. So, ibang-iba sila sa OFW market or sa local market. Alright? So, next is, they are attracted to positive and happy people like us. So, gustong-gusto nila yung mga Pilipino, mga Filipina, kasi ang mga Filipina daw, masiyahin, at saka mga positibong tao. And gustong-gusto nila yon. Kaya, hindi ka mahihirapan na makipag-usap sa kanila just in case. Okay? Next is, you can engage to them easily, especially if you know how to talk their language. So, that is why itinuturo namin din yung language nila. Okay? Kapag nag-start ka na market or mag-invite ng international ng ibang lahi from South Pacific. Alright? Next question. What do I need to consider if I want to market AZ or internationals? So, first, learn the 3 major islands in South Pacific, which is Vanuatu, Solomon, Papua New Guinea. Okay, yan yung 3 major countries. Bakit major? Yan kasing 3 bansa na yan, yung may pinakamalalaking members ng tao na nagwo-work sa Australia and New Zealand. Okay? Then, if you want to penetrate in that country, kung gusto mo makabuo ng grupo dyan, or makapag-invite ng mga tao from that island, so you need to learn their cities and provinces. Okay, itatopic natin yan on the next training natin. Okay? Learn their cities and provinces, learn their cultures. Okay, parang sa bakit kailangan mong aralin yung cities and provinces? Kasi the moment na makipag-usap sa kanila at nag-engage ka sa kanila, mabilis kang makaka-vibes or mabilis mo sila makaka-close kung alam mo yung kanilang cities or kung may alam ka sa kanilang lugar. Okay, parang ganito sa kapwa mo Pilipino. Kapag yung Pilipino in-invite mo or chinat mo, di ba mas nag-engage kayo or mas nagiging magka-jive kayo kapag parehas kayo ng pinagmulan or kapag parehas yung inyong lengguwahe, tama? So, sa ganitong market na South Pacific or ibang lahi, ganun din. So, para maging close ka nila, kailangan may alam ka din sa cities and provinces nila, alam mo yung cultures nila, dapat learn mo din yung language nila. Okay, then of course, you need to learn their currencies especially. Okay, kasi yung currencies, so kapag yan, very important na alam mo yung currency nila o yung rate ng pera nila. Okay? Kasi may mga iba dyan na, may mga tao dyan na magiging client ka na nagtatanong sila kung magkano yung rate ng yung palitan ng pera nila sa pera ng Pilipinas. So kumbaga, nagbe-base sila sa ganun kasi minsan hindi nila alam yung rate ng Australia and New Zealand. Okay? So kapag alam mo yung currencies, marunong possible may explain mo sa kanya ng maigi kasi nga may marunong ka nang mag-compute at alam mo yung rate ng currencies nila. Iso-search mo lang sa Google. Alright? So let's proceed to our next topic. Okay, Prof. Ngayon punta naman tayo sa currency. So, sabi ko kanina, learn also their currencies. Okay? So, currencies of 3 major islands in South Pacific. Solomon, yung pera nila is SBD kung tawagin, or Solomon dollar. Okay? Sa Vanuatu naman, ang tawag nila sa pera nila is Vatu. Okay? Then, sa Papua New Guinea, ang tawag is Kina. Okay? So, the simplest explanation para ma-figure out mo kung magkano yung rate ng pera sa bansa nila, peso sa currency nila. Peso is times 2 ang equivalent sa bansa nila. Or you can also search their currencies in Google. Alright? Then number 3, learn the right way of prospecting of Asia market. So, choose people from South Pacific that is working overseas. From Solomon, they are working Australia. From Vanuatu, they are working in New Zealand. From Papua New Guinea, they are working Australia, New Zealand. That is why working overseas. Okay? So, there are certain ways to modify that your clients are working overseas. Okay? So, number 1, check their profile pictures. And look if their background is pretty good, like living in other countries and not in the forest or island. Okay, kasi sabi ko nga kanina, yung bansa nila is hindi pa ganun civilized or ka-sibilisado or ka-well-developed. So, mostly ng mga bahay nila sa kanilang island, sa Vanuatu, Solomon, and Papua New Guinea, sila ay nakatira sa bundok. Okay? Or magubat yung kanilang tirahan. Kaya pag napansin mo na yung profile picture nila is parang nakatira sila sa condo or nakatira sila sa isang magandang apartment or mapapansin mo naman yun, Prof, kung yung profile picture nila ay nasa magandang lugar sila. Alam mo naman siguro ang itsura ng Australia at New Zealand, no? So, yun yung titingnan mo sa profile picture nila para ma-figure out mo, Prof, kung sila ba ay nagtatrabaho sa Australia and New Zealand. Okay? Next, number 2, they are dressed like farmers. So, they are wearing brown shoes, they are wearing uniforms, or sometimes, they are wearing fruit baskets. Okay? Or sometimes sila ay nakasakay sa isang fruit cart. Alright? So, makikita mo naman yan sa mga pictures nila kasi nag-upload naman sila. So, yun yung mga palatandaan para malaman mo na yung prospect mo ay nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa. Okay? So, again, yung mga nagtatrabaho sa Australia and New Zealand, sila yung quality na magiging prospect mo or client mo na pwedeng mag-join sa'yo ng mabilisan. Okay? Number 3, they are using fruits, farms, picture as their profile photos. So, sometimes, hindi sila gumagamit ng muka, Prof. Okay? Or hindi sila gumagamit ng mga pictures. Ang ginagamit lang nila, yung mga prutas, yung farms mismo, pinipicturean nila, tas yan yung ginagawa nilang profile picture. So, titingnan mo din. Okay? Number 4, they put address on Facebook where they live. So, titingnan mo yung Facebook nila pagka nag-add ka ng friends dyan. Tingnan mo yung Facebook wall nila. Okay? Or yung kanilang information sa bio. Okay, sa bio nila, minsan nakalagay yung address kung saan sila nakatira, recently nakatira. Sometimes, pag nagtatrabaho sila sa Australia, nakalagay doon, they live in Australia. Pag naman nagtatrabaho sila sa New Zealand, ang nakalagay doon, they live in New Zealand. Okay, that is why it's very easy for you to figure out if that person is your prospect or your quality prospect. Ulitin ko, ang quality prospect mo, kung mag-i-AZ ka or mag-i-international market ka, ay tao from South Pacific or from Solomon, Vanuatu, Papua New Guinea, living in Australia and New Zealand or currently working in that countries. Alright? So, next. Okay, coach. So, proceed naman tayo. How to invite international market or paano maka-invite ng ibang lahi. So, okay. Number 1, make sure to post your business on Facebook. Okay, Facebook wall or Facebook story. Don't forget to post it. Okay? Ano yung mga dapat mong i-post sa Facebook mo or sa business account mo? Okay, for international market. Number 1, of course, proof of registrations, business registrations, okay, business transactions. So, may mga sinesend tayong resibo sa group chat, resibo ng mga nagpadala ng registration mula sa ating mga bagong business partner. It's either galing sa OFW, local members or ibang lahi. May mga business partners tayo dito sa Pilipinas na madalas nakakapagpasari ng ibang lahi or ako katulad ko. Nagsisend ako ng updates or ng resibo sa group chat every time may nagpadala. So ikaw, kung part-timer ka, i-grab mo yung mga pictures na sinesend sa GC. Okay, i-save mo sa gallery mo. Tapos, pwede mo yung i-post. Ayan, pwede mong kunin prop, i-save sa gallery mo yung mga resibo na sinesend sa GC. Tapos, i-post mo. Okay, another na ipopost mo is business transactions. Ano yung mga transactions? So, buying package, shipping package, receive package. So, pag sinabing buying package, kung ikaw ay part-timer, wala ka pang transaction na bumibili ng package sa branches, so yung upline mo or yung coach mo na nandito sa Pilipinas, nagpa-process ng registration, bumibili ng package, nagsisend yan ng update sa group chat pro, pwede mong i-save, tapos yun yung ipopost mo sa Facebook mo. Lalagyan mo lang ng captions. Yung captions dapat prop inaangkin mo yung transaction na yun. Katulad nung in-explain ko sa iyo sa unang training natin. Okay? Then, ganun din, same with the buying package, shipping package. So, wala ka pang transaction na nagpapadala ng package sa ibang lahi. So, kuha ka ng picture. Ayan, kuha ka lang prop ng picture ng upline mo na nagpapadala ng package. Okay, sa ibang lahi. Then, receive package. So, kung wala ka pang napapasali na ibang lahi, so si coach mo, sure ako marami nang napasali yan sa tagal niyang ginagawa yung business. So, si coach mo, magsisend ulit yan ng update sa group chat natin na meron siyang business partner na naka-receive na ng package. So, pwede mo sila ulit i-save sa gallery mo, then i-post mo sa iyong Facebook. Okay? Tapos, pagka-post mo sa Facebook, angkinin mo ulit yung prop na iyo yung business partner na yun na naka-receive ng package. Okay? Katulad ng unang itinuro ko sa iyo. Ano pa yung dapat i-post? Business training. So, nandyan yung Zoom meeting with international, Zoom meeting with OFWs. Okay? Basta online meeting, pwede mo yung i-post sa iyo, Facebook. Then, offline training and events. So, nasabi ko naman na sa iyo na it's very important na nagpo-post ka sa Facebook. And itong mga yan yung dapat na hindi mawawala sa iyong sa Facebook mo. Then, company products, motivations, inspirations, dapat meron yan. And then, of course, wag mawawala dyan yung post ng travels and lifestyle. Kung ikaw ay part-timer o OFW, currently working, kung may mga old pictures ka dyan na nagta-travel ka dito sa Pilipinas, or kung nakakagala ka naman dyan sa bansa na pinagtatrabahuhan mo, pwede mo yung gamitin as travels and lifestyle. I-post mo. Lagyan mo lang ng magandang captions. Okay? Kasi through that posting, mabilis ma-encourage yung ibang lahi na mag-join sa'yo. Alright? Next is use form. Okay? Use form. Katulad ng in-explain ko sa iyo sa unang training. So, syempre, since stranger yung iyong ini-invite na ibang lahi, so, syempre, hindi kayo magkakilala. So, gagamitan mo siya ng form. Aalamin mo yung family background niya, ano ba yung trabaho niya, saan ba siya nagtatrabaho, aalamin mo din yan. Then, makikreate ka din prop ng conversation doon sa international market. Okay? Then, kapag close na kayo, at saka mo siya alokin ng negosyo, ipapasok mo yung message. Siyempre, yung message, alokin mo siya ng negosyo. Alright? Okay, so next is, how can I explain the business to my international clients? And how can I make them join to me? So, paano mo may papaliwanag sa client mo yung negosyo, kung paano siya gagawin, kung ikaw ay nag-uumpisa pa lang. Okay? Or paano mo sila mapapasali kung ikaw ay kakastart pa lang. So, of course, para magawa mo yan, kailangan gumamit ka ng ABC rule. Okay? Use ABC rules. Paano gamitin yung ABC rules? So, ganito lang siya. First, contact your uplines, coaches, and refer your clients. Okay? So, your upline will instruct you to make a group chat with your clients. So, sasabihin sa'yo ni upline ganito. Halimbawa, nagsabi ka, Coach, meron akong client sa ibang bansa. Okay? Ang sasabihin sa'yo ni coach mo, sige, bigay mo sa akin yung background. Saan ba yan nag-work? Kamusta ba yung family niya? Ilang taon na siya nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa? Tapos, ano na yung status nung naging usapan nyo? Siya ba ay nag-how? Or in-approach mo ba? Ano yung status nung huli niyong pinag-usapan? Okay, after that, your offline will instruct you to make a group chat kapag tapos mong masabi yung background doon sa coach mo. Okay, once you made a group chat, your upline will start the presentation. And you must listen and observe. Don't interfere with them unless your coach mentioned you. So, kahit kapag nag-start na si coach mo mag-explain ng business, nyari nakagawa ka na ng group chat. Okay? Then, nandun na si client, si coach mo, at saka ikaw sa loob ng group chat. So, kapag na ipakilala mo na si coach mo sa client mo na ibang lahi, so si coach mo na yung bahalang magsalita or mag-uumpisa na siyang mag-explain ng business. Okay? So, sabi diyan, don't listen, observe, don't interfere. So, ibig sabihin nun, huwag kang sasabat kapag nagsa-explain na si coach mo. Okay? Unless, i-mention niya yung name mo or may itinanong siya sa'yo. Alright? Next is, your coach will do her best to make your client join. Okay? So, if your client give a date after the presentation, that means that your coach closed the deal. Okay, ibig sabihin, pag nagbigay na ng date yung nakausap ng coach mo or yung taong nirefer mo, ibig sabihin, magjo-join na yun. Ang tawag doon, closed deal. Okay? Last, make sure to note the date so you can follow up them until they send you the payment. So, since ikaw ay part-time business partner, so, syempre, yung pag na-close deal na ni coach mo yung client na yan, so, si coach mo na yung bahala na mag-receive ng payment, mag-process ng registration sa office, mag-send ng package kasi ikaw ay part-time. Kung ikaw ay part-time. Pero kung ikaw ay full-time, kasama ka dito sa Pilipinas, of course, isa-send sa'yo yung payment, then ikaw yung mag-process ng registration dito sa ating branches. Alright? Okay, let's proceed to our last topic. Okay, so this is my last topic. So, these are the important keys to avoid being ignored by your prospects. So, number 1, smile often. So, make sure mo na yung mga posting mo, yung mga pictures mo na sinesend mo or mga pinopost mo, mas maganda nakangiti. And of course, kapag may kausap ka, make sure to give them smile. Okay, kasi smile is confidence. And smile attracts positive people and smile attract quality people. Okay? Next, be friendly and nice talker. So, yun, sa pagmamarket ng ibang lahi, especially from South Pacific, they are the people na gustong-gusto nila yung sweet talker or be friendly or malambing magsalita. Okay? Be sweet, demure. So, yung, kasi, based on my experience, so, mostly ayaw nila nung parang siga, magsalita. Okay? Then, yung parang, masyadong dominante. Okay? So, make sure mo na ikaw yung, even though nagmamarket ka ng AZ, make sure mo na ikaw, halimbawa, ikaw ay OFW. So, sanay ka sa probinsya nyo na mayroon kang matitigas na punto ng pananalita. Tama. So, matatalas sa pananalita in Visayas or in other province in Philippines. So, may mga toning ka dyan na much better kapag kumausap ka ng ibang lahi, lambingan mo or kumbaga ay mahinahon magsalita. Ayan. Yun kasi yung mga gusto nilang kausap. Alright, number 4, be neat and pretty always. So, make sure na that your appearance is always appearing neat or malinis. Okay? Kasi even though sila ay black people, pero mataas yung awareness nila kung ikaw ba ay talagang isang negosyante or hindi. Nagbe-base din sila minsan sa looks mo. Kapag kumausap ka, let's say, ikaw katatapos lang ng trabaho mo, tumawag sa'yo yung client mo, sinagot mo, so nakita niya na parang medyo haggard ka. So, may tendency na i-avoid ka na niya. Okay? Then number 5, talk their language often. So, ibig sabihin yan, much better, aralin mo yung language nila para kapag nakipag-usap ka sa kanila, is language mo yung madalas mong magagamit sa pakikipag-usap. Okay? So, kasi doon mas madali kang makakapag-engage sa kanila or mas madali mo sila magiging close kung yung language na ginagamit mo sa pakikipag-chat or pakikipag-usap by call is yung language nila. Yung language naman nila is madali lang namang aralin. Ang tawag sa language nila is Bislama or it means it's broken English. So, later on my next topic, ituturo ko naman sa iyo kung ano yung language nila. Alright? So, number 6, always call them dear. Okay? So, yun yung mga gustong-gusto nila. Lagi silang tinatawag na dear. Hello dear, how are you dear? What are you doing right now, my dear? So, sabi ko nga, gusto nila yung mga sweet. Okay? So, show them concerns. So, may mga members na nag-i-invite lang, kung todo invite, pero hindi man na nakakapagpakita ng concerns dun sa client. Puro pera na lang. So, again, ito yung mga kailangan mong, ito yung keys or yung susi para hindi ka, para maiwasan mo yung i-ignore ka ng client mo. So, wag mo ipaparamdam sa kanila na pera lang yung habol mo sa kanila or gusto mo lang sila talagang mapajoin. So, wala kang agenda na maging kaibigan sila in the long run. Okay? Number 8, make them laugh. So, you know naman, in marketing business, kapag nasa pagmamarket ka, marketing business. So, syempre, pansin mo naman sa mga market, let's say, nagpunta ka ng palengke. Okay? So, mga tao dyan, patatawanin ka muna nila. Or kahit sa mall. Sa mall, kung saan ka man magpunta, may mga paninda, may mga negosyo. So, pansin mo yung mga sales leader, yung mga salesman. Nagjo-joke muna sila sa'yo bago ka nila alokin na kung ano-anong mga items nila. Tama? So, kapag napatawa mo kasi sila, mabilis mo nang makuha yung loob nila na bilhin yung iyong ibinebenta. Tama? So, dito sa business, ganun din. So, make them laugh so that you can easily engage to them and mas madali silang mas mabilis mong makuha yung trust nila. Okay? Number 9, call them and spend time to make a story. Okay? So, spend time to story or makipagkwentuhan ka sa kanya. So, minsan kasi, kapag ka tumawag yung ibang lahi na client mo, so, pag hindi mo kasi sila sinagot, minsan akala nila fake ka. Tama? So, kung may time ka naman, free time ka, sa tingin mo, meron kang client na naka-online, so gusto mo ma-build yung trust mo sa kanila, tawagan mo sila, tapos makipagkwentuhan ka sa kanila. Gamit yung mga keys or yung mga information na binigay ko sa iyo. Okay? Number 9, don't take them for granted or dream with them. Okay? So, after mo sila mapasali, okay? Kasi kahit member na, may possibilities pa din na i-block ka nila. Kasi nga, feeling nila kapag ka napasali na, may mga members na hindi na sila kinakausap, hindi na sila kinakamusta after magpadala. So, don't take them for granted. So, wag mo silang babaliwalain after nila mag-join. Or just in case na hindi sila masyadong interesado nung panahon na in-invite mo sila. So, wag mo silang babaliwalain. Make sure to be friendly. Kasi no means not now. May mga client ka makakausap na magno-no sa'yo, pero wag mo silang babaliwalain kasi darating yung time, just continue, do the business everyday. Kung sa halos everyday, gawin mo siya everyday, tuloy-tuloy mo lang na gawin. Darating yung time mga tao na negative na na-invite mo sa business, na hindi mo tinalikuran, hindi mo pinabayaan, hindi mo binaliwala. Madala sila yung magtatanong sa'yo, tatanungin ka kung paano mag-join na sa business mo. Okay? So, these are the important keys to avoid being ignored by your prospect. So, make sure na may apply mo ito. Okay, make sure na may apply mo yung mga keys na yan. Okay? Congratulations, and if there are any other concerns, so maitatopic naman natin yan on our next training. Congrats, and happy business day.